the matter that which the committee undertook relating to the former Minister of Justice, Minister Thembi Simelane. Of course, here in this chamber, we provided the first formal session for the minister to account not only to Parliament, but also to the nation on the matter involving or accusations that were circulating in the media relating to matters of VBS, Polokwane municipality and the staff. But the actual issue with us was whether there was a conflict as in terms of the National Prosecuting Authority Act. She exercises the final authority over the NPA. The NPA that we chair was undergoing prosecutions over VBS issues. So ours was just to establish whether there was a conflict of interest to that. As it relates to NPA, remember, the issue with the Polokwane arrangement was dealt with in a different platform. It was not within our competence. So indeed, remember, we are an oversight and accountability institution, not a law enforcement body. So ours was to ensure that the executive is accountable on its actions. Some of the issues that related to handling confidential information, we all will recall that a loan contract is between two parties involved. Financial statements or bank account statements are confidential issues relating to that particular individual. So hence we have solicited a legal opinion from the Parliament Legal Unit, and they did provide. And they provided it at the time when the minister was called by the president to make a report regarding this matter. And as when we're processing the matter and the minister was ultimately changed, but just a glimpse of actually what the legal opinion would have suggested to us was that we can handle the personal information of the minister, the only information that relates to the accusation, but only in a form of a closed session if it's necessary. So as when we were trying to process that, the minister was changed to the Department of Human Settlements. Are we satisfied? That is not our job. Our job is not to get any satisfaction from any point of appointment, but we respect the constitutional espoused prerogative of the president to appoint any member of the cabinet or any deputy minister. And ours is to work with whomever has been appointed to be the minister or the deputy minister of the Department of Justice and Constitutional Development. It's not our part whether to be happy or to be unhappy about it. Whoever is appointed, we work with that person. We ensure that on behalf of South Africans, that person is held accountable.
For non-national offenders, at the end of March 2024, the department incarcerated 22,612 foreign national inmates, 690 of whom are serving life sentences. The department spends just under 500 per day per offender in all correctional facilities. And this stats as well, it's yet to be updated. It's a 2024 one, which we have received as the portfolio committee last year. We're yet to receive a new updated stats, so the numbers could be more. In October, the committee undertook an oversight visit in Gauteng. Those who were part of the oversight would have known, and those would have heard on radio stations, that we did a number of correctional facilities in Gauteng. Bavian Sport, Johannesburg Correctional Facility, which is formerly known as Sun City, Modape Correctional Facility. And amongst others, when we went to Bavian Sport, we had about, I think it's a juvenile center, yes, where around 525 male offenders who are incarcerated in that facility. Out of the 525, 400 are foreign nationals. So only 125 were South Africans, male offenders. It's a youth correctional facility. The committee also found 2,912 foreign national inmates in Modape Correctional Facility. While we were in Kgoshi-Mampuru Correctional Facility, there were 2,394 foreign nationals. And in Johannesburg Correctional Facility, which is formerly known as Sun City, we have found 4,709 foreign national inmates. This was an oversight that we did last year in October, so the numbers could increase or decrease as of now.
The recent revelation of the purchase of a 23 million rand hotel in Pretoria will be interrogated by the committee and the Joint Standing Committee of Intelligence, as the procurement thereof, and specifically in terms of the procurement thereof, falls under the Joint Standing Committee on Intelligence, but other parts of CI, Crime Intelligence, is under the ambit of the Police Committee. And I must stress that we are extremely concerned about the constant faction fights within the crime intelligence environment. It feels a bit like a political chess match being played within the crime intelligence environment. And while they fight, South Africans are left vulnerable. And it's critical for us to emphasize that we will engage in robust sessions or discussions to scrutinize the chaos within that specific division and environment. Whether it is the National Commissioner, General Masemola, the Divisional Commissioner, General Kumalo, and all the other senior managers in that division. We will question them objectively and we will go through the process as is needed. It's also important for us to mention we need to consider the reallocation of non-essential functions, such as certain VIP protection services, which currently consume a disproportionate share of the police budget without delivering meaningful value to the broader South African public. The committee will continue to engage with the relevant stakeholders to ensure that resource allocation within SAPS is optimized, transparent, and responsive to the current crime crisis that the country faces.